Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Lots of very important information to share with our listeners this morning. Hope our listeners are doing well. How you doing out there? Good.
Oh, wait a minute. Another Philly didn't get a hit.
Well, no kidding.
I'm sorry. I felt like after yesterday when I came on and said, Philadelphia hit another home run. I'm like, well, I better be fair and balanced.
You don't have to be fair and balanced anymore.
Okay.
That's not the latest fad. Say whatever you want, whether it's true or not.
It's whatever you're feeling.
Unfortunately,
just share it.
That seems to be the theme these days. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Let's see what our schedule is here. Don't want to get too involved here. I think we're okay here. This is, Thursday. Yeah, a little bit later on in the show, we're going to have Kathy in, Dave Davis. We're going to play the game. We've got some menus to read, but I'd like to ask you a question.
Okay, ask away.
I heard Emily this morning. I was listening to some of her recordings, and she was promoting the food truck coming to town on Saturday over at the Berean Church.
Yeah, Food Bank of the Heartland.
Yeah, It's going to be over there Saturday morning, and you're welcome to drive through. It's a drive-through situation. Don't come before 9 o'clock. Get there and get lined up and get some food if you need it, or you have neighbors that need it. That's what it's there for, and they like to have all the food dispersed because then they can get food back. Okay, and Emily, bless her heart, was promoting this.
Okay.
And she said, well, we've all said many, many times, we've said it as neighbors, where does Brent live? And where's the church from here? And Emily said, catty corner, kind of catty corner from the radio station.
Oh.
And I got to thinking about it. What the heck does catty corner mean, and how did it ever start being a word, catty corner?
I don't know. I have no idea. But that's what we say, right?
Which means not directly across the street, but at an angle across the street.
Catty corner.
Catty corner. What the heck is that? Is it?
Would you like me to Google it?
I guess so. While you're doing that, I'll tell you it's cliche day today.
Is it now?
Yes.
Oh.
Things like a diamond in the rough. Cat got your tongue? Read between the lines. Every cloud has a silver lining. Don't cry over spilt milk. The calm before the storm. Laughter is the best medicine, and time heals all wounds. Those are just some small examples of cliches. So it's a day to celebrate. If you have some that you like to use, go ahead and use them today. It's a special day for that sort of thing. I don't think catty corner is a cliche. It's a description.
Right. Or a direction.
Yeah, go catty corner across from the drugstore.
Okay. Just give me give me like 30 minutes here.
Wish Jeremy was here.
Catty corner.
And how did you spell it?
Catty corner meaning. How about that?
Yes.
All right. Well, is this in the dictionary? It like gives a full definition here.
Okay, so it is a real word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just means diagonally opposite someone or something.
I'll be darned.
Situated diagonally opposite someone or something. Catty corner.
I'll be darned.
Why is it called catty corner? Okay. Has nothing to do with cats, it says. It stems from the expression cater corner, which is derived from the French word for four. The term was used to describe the way the dots are placed on a dice positioned at number 4 diagonally from one another.
Oh, grief. Really?
That's what it says.
I'll be darned.
So there you go.
Thank you, Brent. I have some disturbing scientific news for you that you're not going to like. And I think your mother is. Is Peg listening?
Yeah, I think she listens just about every morning. So if she is, good morning, Mom.
You're not going to like this. I'm going to tell you right now.
Why am I not going to like it?
I don't want you to be mad at me, and I don't want Peg mad at me.
Well, is it something you should even read?
Well, it should be revealed if it's true.
Okay.
I mean, we have to set our own emotions aside.
Do I need to go to an island? Is
No.
it one of those?
No, I don't think so. I don't want you mad at me, though. This is just released in the Weird Science and Tech division.
Oh.
And I don't know. Did your mom drink coffee when you were little? Is she a coffee drinker?
Well, certainly is now.
She is now.
Yeah, I to be honest, I don't really recall my mom and dad drinking a lot of coffee when I was growing up.
Oh, good. Well, then this might not pertain to your family.
Yeah.
A lot of other people's family, I don't know. This is pretty startling data.
Oh, let me guess. A study was done.
When the Journal of American Medical Association, which is, very reputable,
Well, true. Yes, indeed.
they say drinking coffee when pregnant can make your kid shorter.
Well, maybe Mom did drink coffee because I'm not very tall.
Well, found as little as a half a cup a day can shave an inch of your kid's height by
What?
Yes. A half a cup a day can shave an inch of your kid's height by the time they're old enough for elementary school.
Wow. Really?
That's what the Journal of Medicine says.
Okay.
But I got to believe, I'm 6'2" or so.
Yeah?
I got to believe my mom drank coffee. Now, what did she drink it when she was pregnant? I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe your mom will send you a message.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I always thought it was just because I really never came from a tall family.
Guess not.
Really? I can't believe.
Yes.
How do they determine that? I
Well, I
mean,
know.
I guess I just don't know how in the world you could.
It's in the Journal of
Determine
American
that.
Medical Association. Research, new research.
Okay, yeah, so a study.
Well, they probably, used a balanced attack on it. But anyway, a lot of guilt out there right now. if your daughter or son wanted to play, a lot of basketball and they were a little too short, might be on you.
That'd be me.
You might have drank too much coffee.
I love the game of basketball, but it just didn't work for me. When you're not even 5 feet tall and in practice you get matched up with the 6'4" senior, it's really difficult.
Doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, do much. At least it was for me.
Well, I have a feeling there'll be a study from the Journal of Medicine on coordination. So let me just give you a little relief on this.
Yeah.
I wasn't 6'2" when I was in high school. I was probably maybe my junior year, 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fairly tall. I mean, you could play basketball.
Sure, yeah.
But possibly my mom might have ate too many eggs when she was pregnant and I didn't have any coordination.
Yeah, that can be important too.
Yeah.
When it comes to athletic competition.
You can be tall, but if you're a klutz, basketball's still a little difficult to play.
Yes.
It got better, but there's a lot of times. I think with a lot of young people, there's the kids who mature at a normal rate or even early in athletics. That really helps. If you're slow in maturing physically, you could probably play a heck of a basketball game 2 years out of high school when it finally comes together. But nature's cruel sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But Peg, I don't know. You'll have to let Brent know whether you drank more than a half a cup a day. If you did, I'm sorry. It's on you.
That's the reason.
World's a crazy place, isn't it?
Somehow, I don't know why, but somehow when you started that whole thing and sharing that information, I don't know why, but honestly, I'm like, this is going to have something to do with my height.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. And it did.
Well, listen, I just live catty corner from you if you want to come over and talk about it.
Okay.
The Prairie Pioneer Center today. This is the 3rd of November. Got to catch up here just a little bit. On a Thursday, oh, sure, it's Fried Chicken Day with mashed potatoes, spinach, pears, and biscuits. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming, and you can enjoy that chicken meal for like $6.
Litchfield today, roast beef on the lunch menu at Litchfield.
Sandhills Dunning, chicken quesadillas, Spanish rice, and corn.
SEM. Best of luck, by the way, to their volleyball team. They play at the state tournament this afternoon. Their football team plays tomorrow in the state quarterfinals. We'll broadcast the football game for you on KBBN tomorrow night. Kickoff at 6:30, so a lot of exciting things happen there. I don't even know if the kids are in school with them playing in the volleyball tournament.
Boy, there'd be a lot of people gone.
But if they are having school, then for lunch they'll have a baked potato bar.
All right. Callaway steak fries today.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices: walking tacos, pizza, and a cheeseburger on the menu today at Gothenburg.
Cozad High School, they're having cheeseburgers, student favorites such as peanut butter and jelly, sandwiches. And by the way, this is National Sandwich Day, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Very important day. They're having baked potato station, mixed greens, Italian subs, fresh garden salad, tater tots. The list goes on and on at Cozad today.
Loop City today for lunch, barbecue chicken breast sandwich or Rebelunza with smiley fries at Loop City.
All right. Broken Bow Middle and High School today. It's fresh-made chicken ranch pasta with breadstick or corn dogs or fresh-baked ham and cheese. Also offering a cottage cheese and fruit platter and a grill station as well. Cheeseburger basket. Lots of choices along with fruit, vegetables, and milk at Broken Bow today.
Thetford today, calzones and corn on the menu at Thetford.
Arnold, it's beef and noodles and tea rolls. Are you out?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Today at Anselmo Myrna, chicken ranch pasta with breadstick, corn dogs, fresh ham and cheese subs, vegetables, fruit, dessert, and milk. And at Ansley today, chicken breast, fruit, vegetables, and milk. Those are our school lunch menus. We're going to play the game next. Oh, by the way, speaking of games, Powerball didn't come through last night. No winner.
Wow, so they're adding to the pot, right?
$1.5 billion now.
$1.5 billion.
Yes.
My gracious.
So if you took the payoff, I don't have it in front of me, now it's up to over like $750,000 if you just took the payoff and didn't take it in increments.
1,000 or million?
A million, I'm sorry.
750 million.
Yeah, 750 million. I have a hard time getting my head around 750 million.
I'm right there with you. This has to be a record, right? I mean, has it ever been?
It's the third highest.
Oh, it's the third highest.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has been higher.
I'd go back and get another ticket, but I don't know. Stan gives me that look.
Now, lots of times, especially when the pot gets this large, groups of people will pool their money together and buy a bunch of tickets. If we did that as a staff, let's say we won, okay? You think we'd be okay? I mean, would we split it evenly?
No.
Okay.
Management usually gets a larger share.
I liked your quick response there.
Let's just make it clear.
Would we split it evenly? No.
I learned that from Ryan Anderson yesterday.
Yeah.
No, it would be an even split. You know, and with that much money, It really shouldn't be a problem. If say
No, you wouldn't think
say
so.
if you won $1 million and you
Yeah.
had 8 people splitting it, then there might be a little rub here and there. But if you're going to get $750 million and split it,
You'd think there'd be enough to go around.
you'd think so. And with this crew, there would be.
Yes.
We wouldn't be greedy.
True. Now, but I would assume that would mean that we would all contribute evenly. Like let's say Dave throws in $10 and Brent only throws in 5.
Well, you'd have to break it down that way.
You
but
know what I mean? I mean, would we still split it evenly?
No.
Why not? Because you never know. It could have been my ticket that won.
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
So the solution to that problem
Yeah.
is everybody puts in $5
Okay,
or
so-
$2.
all right.
So you don't have that because that could be a debatable point.
Yeah.
You just, yeah, well, so what? It could have been my number. Well, yeah, it could have been your number. But if you all share the same numbers, not really.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the way to do it would be just let's all put in,
All right.
$4
give
each.
give an amount.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you want to throw in $5? Everybody throw in $5.
Then what? I'm already thinking this is just the way human nature is. I'm
Oh,
going,
yeah.
well, let's do that, and I'll go out and purchase those on behalf of the staff, but I'm also going to get one of my own.
Yes, there you go. Oh man. So let's say you win. So then you come back and say, "Oh no, I bought my own ticket. This wasn't part of the group.
Right.
That this was my
Right.
own." Oh, that's nasty.
But I'd give you all $1,000 each.
Yeah, thanks. You know what? I would be grateful for that. Honestly,
It would help, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? All right, let's play the game.
Okay. It is Native American Heritage Month.
All right.
So here's your question for today. I like this one. What are Native American carvings on rocks called? What are Native American carvings on rocks called? Are they called petroglyphs, aeroglyphs, hieroglyphs, or megaglyphs?
Man.
What are Native American carvings on rocks called? Petroglyphs, aeroglyphs, hieroglyphs, or megaglyphs? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You're invited to the craft show and more, going on during One Box Weekend at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. Saturday from 9 to 4, some vendors include Rebels Color Street, The Cookie Farm, Usborne Books and More, T's Creative Designs, Mary Kay, Pink Zebra, Norwex, Klein Creations, T-Minus Fishing Lures, Watkins, Secrets of the Sandhills, Ella and Jack Sweet Bombs, Eat Sandhills Beef, and many more. Saturday, 9 to 4 in Broken Bow, a craft show and more.
No calls, so let's go. That's interesting. What is it called?
The answer is petroglyphs.
Petro. Be darned. We're learning a lot of things today.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. I forgot to mention the sandwich thing. I think we talked about this last year, but there used to be a little bit debate about where the word sandwich came from, and hamburger, Iowa, and all of that. Sandwiches have been around a while, folks, celebrating America's favorite lunch item. And it doesn't mean, getting sandwiched when you parallel park. It's what you eat. The average American will have eaten 1,500 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches by the time they graduate high school.
Never had one.
I don't really care for them too much, so I've had a few. Peanut butter is good.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Now
but,
I've had peanut butter just between bread, but
Yeah.
I've never combined. I'm one of those. Seriously, I have never combined peanut butter and jelly.
If I have, it hasn't been very often. I don't even really care for jelly sandwiches straight up.
Yeah, I've never had a jelly sandwich. Now I love jelly on toast.
Well, wouldn't you grape jelly between 2 pieces of white bread when you were a kid? You didn't do that?
No.
Well, the record for the world's largest sandwich was set in Roseville, Michigan in 2005. It weighed 5,440 pounds.
That's a sandwich.
That's a big one. Contained a half ton of corned beef and 260 pounds of cheese.
Okay, I want to know, how do you bake the bread? Because, I mean, that's what makes a sandwich,
Yeah.
right? It's got to be between two pieces of bread.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I got a text from Mom.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening, she says.
Hi, Peg.
Good morning to you guys. I did drink some coffee, but don't really agree with the study.
Peg, you sound a lot like your son. That's a good thing. All right. Birthdays today.
Okay.
If you're celebrating a birthday, you're celebrating with Roseanne Barr. Now, whether you're happy about that or not is another question. She's 70 today.
Wow, really?
Yep. Of course, she had the television show, which she insisted was called Roseanne. Adam Ant is celebrating his 68th birthday today. Punk band Adam and the Ants, might remember that. I always used to call Adam Thomas Adam Ant when he worked here.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller,
Oh, yeah.
69 today. Comedian and actor, started on Saturday Night Live, and also hosted his own talk show and national radio show. He's also a sports commentator for a short period of time. Didn't they try him on Monday Night Football?
He did Monday Night Football. Yep. With Al Michaels and Dan Fouts.
Dan Fouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Elizabeth Smart, 35 today, an activist. She became a child safety advocate and TV contributor after being kidnapped at the age of 14. And Kendall Jenner is 27 today. The highest paid model in the world is the daughter number 4 of the Kardashian clan. They struggle, don't they?
Yeah.
They don't need to win a lottery. They're on, life's a lottery for them.
But, you know, they would be the people that would win.
Yes, that is correct. All right, we're going to take a quick time out. Let's see what we have here. All right, today is Country Music Day, Brent, and I would like you to make
good.
the selections today. And
Well, what are we doing? When you say country music, I mean, today's country, yesterday's country, country from way back when?
Anything you like, as long as it's pure country.
Okay, all right. I can handle that.
We'll be right back.
Loop Basin Public Health Department wants to keep you and your family safe this winter. Protect yourself by staying up to date with your COVID vaccinations, including your booster dose. Getting a booster dose means you will increase your protection against severe disease and continue protecting your loved ones and community against COVID-19. Get vaccinated today by calling 308-346-5795 to book your appointment or check out their social media outlets for more COVID information. Loop Basin Public Health Department wishes you a safe and healthy winter.
If you're buying or selling used equipment and trucks, look no further than PurpleWave.com. We offer a wide selection of skid steers, dozers, loaders, backhoes, trucks, and more. Items are added daily to our regularly scheduled auctions, where everything sells to the highest bidders. Bidding is easy, so get started today. Visit PurpleWave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
7:54, so we will not have time for a country music song this half hour, so you can think about what you want to play for the folks out there throughout the show today. Also, Pearson Physical Therapy expected in, and we're going to be talking with Subway and possibly some other guests this morning as well. And also want to let you know that during the 2 o'clock hour today, the political interviews, there'll be 2 of those, 2 o'clock today. Right after 2 o'clock, I believe Matt Williams will be featured. And then a little bit later on in the hour, around 2:30, let's see here. This is Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be Tom Osmond, school board candidate. So that's 2 of the folks that will be on at 2 o'clock in the 2 o'clock hour today on KCNI.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. For Farmers National Company, we have an exceptional property at 605 South C Street. Wow is definitely your first impression. It has LP Smart siding. Exterior provides for a great curb appeal, and the covered wraparound porch with gazebo provides a finishing touch. This home is a balanced mixture of old-fashioned charm and modern living design. Living room has a cozy electric fireplace and open staircase. Parlor, living room, and den all have solid hickory wood floors. Dining room has French doors to the kitchen. The spacious, beautiful gourmet kitchen has white custom cabinetry, Livingstone solid surface countertops, neat subway ceramic tile backsplash, bay window with bench seat, walk-in pantry and island with prep sink. Stainless steel appliances are staying with the home. Upstairs has family room, laundry space, 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Master bedroom has balcony and master bathroom with heated ceramic tile flooring and walk-in ceramic tile shower. The 3rd floor has a 5th bedroom, 4th bathroom, and 2nd family room. This home has been remodeled with newer wiring, plumbing, and double-hung windows. It is an all-electric home with a heat pump, corner lot with underground sprinklers. Backyard has white vinyl privacy fence, 3-car garage with 8-foot garage doors. This is all found at 605 South C Street at 1711 Cherokee Lane. This one is all dressed up and ready to go. Cute kitchen has subway tile backsplash, lots of counter space, and is open to the dining room. Kitchen appliances are staying with the home. Laundry area is located off of the kitchen with extra storage. Addition was added in the back for a nice living room. 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, mostly all newer flooring and lots of fresh paint. Newer style windows. Everything is on one level. Corner lot with fenced-in backyard, storage shed, and a patio area. Attached single garage at 1711 Cherokee Lane. At 452 22nd Avenue, this is an awesome location. This home is within 1/2 mile from city limits, sitting on 1.7 acres. Living room and dining room have large picture windows for lots of sunshine. Informal and formal dining. Family room off of the kitchen has exposed beams and a fireplace. Main floor has an office, 4 bedrooms, and 2.5 bathrooms. Master bedroom has a master bathroom and walk-in cedar closet. Main floor laundry room has a sink and area extra storage. Lower level has a large family room, 5th bedroom, and lots of storage. Attached 2-car garage and underground sprinklers. Open front shed has 2 stall areas and a tack room. Shingles were new in 2018. Lots of room in this brick ranch style home at 452 22nd Avenue. At 1242 South D Street, this has the old-time charm. This home has beautiful woodwork throughout, large foyer leading to a parlor with open staircase, French doors, and beautiful hardwood floors. Formal dining room has patio doors out to the backyard. Cute kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space, built-in microwave and double ovens. Main floor also has a den, office, and half bathroom. Upstairs has full bathroom with laundry and 4 bedrooms. Master bedroom has a balcony and master bathroom. Located on a corner lot with utility shed and fenced-in backyard with privacy fence. Detached double garage has its own heater. Shingles are brand new. Home's exterior was just painted. Come see the charm at 1242 South D Street. At 153 South F Street, this home has lots to offer. It's a 2-story sitting on a large lot with mature trees. Nice sized living room with a fireplace. Formal dining space. Kitchen has a space for a breakfast nook, 3/4 bath off of the kitchen. Upstairs has 3 bedrooms, full bathroom, and a sunroom. Lower level has utility room, family room, and lots of storage. Lots of original hardwood floors. All electric home with a heat pump around 5 years old. Mostly pillow windows throughout. Detached garage has home office, workshop area, and a tandem garage for 2 vehicles with alley access and openings on both ends. That's at 153 South F Street. And then in Mason City at 474 Crawford Street, we have a full-service firearms store. Purchase price includes the firearms, ammo, inventory, business laptops, shelving, furniture, office equipment, printer. GunSense, formerly as Cooper's Corner, was established in 2017, has greatly expanded with the suppressor night vision, thermal equipment. GunSense is the only Gold Star dealer in Nebraska for silencer. Located on Nebraska Highway 2 with expanded customer territory through central, northern, and western Nebraska. A turnkey operation with a very bright near and long-term future at 474 Crawford Street in Mason City. Then in Ansley, at 706 Main Street, we do have a building that was last used as the formerly used as the Jenny M. Milham Memorial Medical Building. It's got 2250 square foot building, and it's located right on Main Street at 706 Main Street, and just the roof was just resurfaced. If you have any questions, please call our office. I'd like to thank you all for listening, And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Presidents and ex-presidents are heating up the campaign trail ahead of next week's midterms. Joe Biden spoke at Union Station in Washington last night.
In this moment, we have to confront those lies with the truth. The very future of our nation depends on it.
Donald Trump phoned into a rally for Republicans in Arizona. Pfizer says it's working on a combined COVID flu vaccine. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
This is a single-dose vaccine candidate that combines Pfizer's flu shot with its Omicron COVID booster. The study is still in its early stages, but already the first of 180 volunteers has been given a dose.
North Korea has launched a new round of missiles, including an ICBM capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. North Korea expert Ralph Casa.
It has the potential, I believe, of reaching the continental United States.
North Korea is calling continued U.S.-South Korean military drills a terrible mistake. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, statewide, a turnout of 58% of the state's registered voters is projected for the general election. The Nebraska Examiner said that it would match the turnout for the last non-presidential general election in the state in 2018, but it would be higher than similar gubernatorial general elections in 2014, 2010, and 2006, according to the records of the Nebraska Secretary of State's office. The turnout prediction issued Wednesday by the Secretary of State's office was the first since 2018. Predictions were not made in 2020 and again for this year's spring primary due to the uncertainty in voting patterns caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Randy Atkins, a political science professor at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, said higher voter turnout is usually generated by hotly contested races and big differences in the candidates. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
A Major League Baseball Game 4 of the World Series was historic for the Astros. Not only did they beat the Phillies 5-0 to even up the World Series at 2 games apiece, but they throw a combined no-hitter, the first combined no-no in the history of the World Series. Starter Christian Javier and relievers Brian Abreu, Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley getting the job done. It's just the second no-hitter in World Series history. The first was Don Larson's perfect game for the Yankees in 1956. So the World Series is tied at 2-2. Game 5 tonight in Philadelphia, 8 o'clock Eastern. It is on Fox. Some breaking news from the NFL this morning, where the Miami Dolphins have reportedly signed recently acquired linebacker Bradley Chubb to a 5-year deal worth $119 million. He's now under contract through 2027. In the NBA, the Bucks beat the Pistons 116-91. Milwaukee is 7-0 now on the season. Raptors over the Spurs 143-100. It's the worst home loss in Spurs franchise history. Cavaliers over the Celtics 114-113 in overtime.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have increasing cloud cover and do pick up a slight chance for a late-day shower developing, with our temperatures remaining fairly steady. We'll have our winds breezy turning to the northwest at 10 to 20. Then for tonight, cloudy skies with a rain-snow mixture in the evening, then a wintry mix of snow and sleet overnight will drop back to a low of 25. For Friday, highs in the low 40s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
The big election is next week, and tonight Rob Schmidt is on Newsmax talking about the real issues the big media won't. Inflation, a border in crisis, parents' rights, the woke agenda, and a lot more. Rob Schmidt speaks with the candidates that will change America. Find out who's winning in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, Wisconsin, North Carolina, New Hampshire, and many other places. Watch Rob Schmidt tonight on Newsmax. Millions are switching to Newsmax. Make the switch today.
Sail with American Queen Voyages, where history comes alive and discovery runs deep. Enriching adventures await in North America's mighty rivers, Great Lakes, oceans, and expeditions to the wilds of Alaska. Visit American Queen Voyages at aqvoyages.com, cruising North America now. Call 844-744-0794 or contact your travel professional. American Queen Voyages. Discovery runs deep.
It is 5 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We always appreciate that very much. Let's take a look at current conditions here. 51 and overcast. Dark clouds out there. Winds are way down now. Calm down. Barometric pressure level at 2973. Humidity at 94%. High yesterday was a beautiful 75 with an overnight low of 50. Sunrise this morning coming at 8:12. Sunset today at 6:32. We must remind you to set those clocks back an hour when you go to bed on Saturday night to be on standard time sometime between Saturday night and Sunday morning, so you'll be on time Sunday. Busy time of year. You okay with your mom? And all right, we're okay with the coffee thing, because we're going to ask Aaron about this as well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Aaron is here from Pearson Physical Therapy. How you doing, young lady?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Aaron Nelson. Now, we had a document in my hands this morning that stated the Journal of Medicine has a results of a study that if your mom, when she was pregnant, was drinking a half a cup of coffee a day, she may have reduced your height by an inch.
Oh, well, that explains it. I mean, well, I don't know if that's true, because I don't think my mom was a coffee drinker.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
See?
I don't know. We might have some things that could dispute that.
Yeah,
but
discrepancies.
Yeah.
I don't know where they come up with these things.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, the kind of money they put into some of these studies, it makes you wonder.
That's what bothers
I know,
Brent.
yes.
Yeah. They could have spent that on something else.
Oh, for sure.
Like maybe some therapy, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, it is the time of year where people are thinking about their deductibles and so forth, and they've been maybe putting some things off, such as hip or knee replacements, and you guys are ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we thought we'd just kind of talk a little bit about joint replacement, things to expect, what are some of those different, pathways you can take after your joint and that sort of thing. So typically it comes down to patients get to that point where their joint is just to a place where they can't seem to kind of fend off that pain any longer. It's kind of more debilitating. It's keeping them from doing the things they want to do day to day, and pain has really become a factor. So with conversations with their physician, they kind of maybe inch a little bit closer to that actual replacement. So kind of what we talk with patients about is you got to think about, do I need to do a little prehab before my replacement? Do I do a little therapy before I go in? Definitely the better you're moving, the better your range of motion, the better your outcomes after surgery. I think with anybody, if you are in a little bit better shape before you kind of have the brakes pumped a little bit, you come out of that just a little bit better. Here in Broken Bow, we have a surgeon that comes right here to Broken Bow to have surgery if you choose to do that, which is wonderful. I think it's really nice to have that option right here in town so people don't have to travel, especially for people that it's really hard for their families to travel, or maybe they don't have a ton of family and it's going to be harder for them to get back home, things like that. So it's a wonderful option. So if you go in and get that joint replacement, you're in the hospital. It's amazing how quickly they get you up after that surgery. You're typically up within just a few hours after the surgery when that anesthesia wears off appropriately, and you can safely get up and weight bear into those legs, and you're walking. It's an amazing technology to think about everything they can do with that joint. And I've seen some joints actually go home within 24 hours or even less. Some even treat it as an outpatient surgery. Not often, but some of your younger candidates may. But so you have that replacement done in the hospital, and then there's a few different things that can happen from there. Typically, patients are just in and out day, 2 days, and then they go back home. And then before they go back home, the discharge planner says, so where do you want to do your therapy? So then you can just tell them, oh, I go here for my therapy. This is where I choose to go. And so they'll get you set up for your appointment that way. Some patients may need a little bit more help. Maybe they don't have resources to help them at home. They don't have drivers. They aren't able to get up and down stairs well. Different things like that. So you have options such as swing bed care, where you stay in the hospital a little bit longer under a Medicare skilled plan, or you go to like a care home in a skilled plan. Maybe you go stay with family. These are all things that you want to think about before you have your surgery done. So you kind of got just an idea of what to expect afterwards.
Aaron, some of the other things that might come into play, I think, and you can talk about it, is what kind of house do you live in?
Oh, yeah.
How many levels of floors? Where's the bathroom?
Exactly.
The shower and all that.
That goes into that pre-planning stage. You know, if you live in a ranch-style home, you're in really good shape after a total replacement because you don't really have stairs to contend with. You want to think about maybe how your bathroom's set up. Do you need a little bit of extra equipment, grab bars, a heightened toilet seat, different things like that. If you live in a triplex and your bedroom's on the top floor, maybe you need to think about relocating your bedroom or just being okay with sleeping in a bedroom on the main floor for the time being, those sorts of things. And then the other thing that people often don't think about is after a total, you can't drive typically for quite some time. It's very surgeon dependent on what they say. A lot of surgeons will say 6 weeks, but you can't be on any type of pain medicine, and some will even say no assistive device use either. It just depends on your surgeon. But when you think about that, 6 weeks of no driving can be very hard, and some patients struggle with that because they feel like they're always putting a family member or a loved one out. Living in Broken Bow, I think it's great. We have the bus transfer service that you could always use, which I think is a really nice alternative. But then again, most family, I think, is very willing to do that. In your outpatient therapy, it's not like you're going every day of the week. You're typically going 2 to 3 days per week. And I know, like at Pearson, we're going to work with you as much as we can on scheduling to make sure that it's, conducive to the person who's bringing you as well as your schedule too.
What's the typical amount of time that a person would be doing the therapy after the surgery?
This is a good question. It is very patient dependent. It's, they say about 8 weeks typically after a total joint. I've seen some do so great, they're done in 4 to 6 weeks, but then you've got some too that might take up to 4 months. It just depends on, I think a lot of it depends on what kind of shape you're in before surgery. How well were you moving before that new joint got put in? Because that's going to dictate a little bit on what your process is coming out of that as well. And of course, there's always things, some patients swell more than others. There's so many things that go into it, but I would say 8 weeks is a pretty good indicator. Like I said, but there's a lot of leeway either direction of that 8 weeks, depending on the patient.
Go back to kind of what you alluded to at the top of the conversation. It's still amazing to many folks out there, I think, that you have a joint, a knee or a hip that in the past could totally change the way you live the last part of your life.
Right. Yeah.
And now we have this technology that puts you back to where you can go back, hopefully, to walking and doing the things that you want to do in life.
Enjoying the things, right? Yeah. And the joints that they used to have, they really didn't want to do them earlier in life because of they do wear out, but anymore the technology is so good. And I think one thing that I've found that really amazes me, just in my time as a PT, I've been a PT for about, it'll be 15 years in May, but the prosthetic that fits into that person is so much better than it used to be even 15 years ago. It's customized, it fits to that person. Some people you wouldn't even know they had a total other than maybe you see the scar, but yeah, the joints themselves, they've just come such a long way. And patients do amazing things after having total joints. They do way more than they did before they had them, typically because they were just so limited and had so much pain. It just gives them a new lease on life, which is really awesome to see.
Yeah. And speaking of the scar, compared to a few years ago to today, it's there, but it's not huge, right?
Yeah. You could see some pretty gnarly scars back in the day that you get from some of these surgeries. But yeah, the technology for it's been really, really awesome. And I think patients with that arthritic pain have such a great opportunity, to be able to rectify that a little bit. And I would say most patients that have their joint replaced say, why didn't I do this earlier? That's typically what I hear from a lot of patients, but the success rate for them are really good, and it's just a really cool technology that we have at our fingertips.
And you mentioned before we went on the air, we talked a little bit about the deductible situation. I think it kind of compacts things the last quarter of the year.
Right.
But there's also farmers and ranchers out there who got to get past harvest, got to get those fall calves taken care of, got to get them to the barn, and then maybe I'm going to go have that taken care of. And they might have been saying that for a few years.
Yeah.
But sooner or later they're going to have it done.
They almost get forced to do it. Yeah. Yep. You bet.
Yeah. So there's that too, and then going into the winter months. We talk about it every year. We have not really got conditioned to winter the last winter or two.
No.
Now there's some slick surfaces off and on, but we haven't scooped a lot of snow. Hopefully we're going to scoop some this year, but we got to kind of maybe do some pre-therapy for that as well.
Yeah, just getting your body ready for that different physical load that you might take on in the winter, whether it is scooping snow or being ready for that sort of thing. There's never a bad time to start, your exercise program and kind of getting back into that. I think that everybody can benefit from that and just being prepared and ready and that sort of thing. And I would say most people that start into that program after they get going for a while, they don't typically regret it. It's something that they're proud that they were able to do and that they can kind of continue to feel better about just their physical well-being, which I think makes everything a little bit better.
It does. Before we close, there are some things that we can do, and you guys have taught us this. I want to put this, the way we walk, if we do prefer to maybe run a little bit, it's good for our health, but if we're not doing it properly, it could speed up needing a replacement later in life. And you guys are more than willing to do the analyzation, right?
Yep. You guys just give us a call. We've got that screening tool to kind of look at your walking and running patterns. Eventually, we're actually going to be offering a course at the college that we're kind of going to do for the community that anybody can. And it's just kind of, we're going to do it just after the first of the year, just to give people an idea of if you're starting a new fitness or wellness program, or you're going to maybe do some running, here are some things we want you to just be aware of and be careful of, some ways to prevent injuries, how to get that process really going. And there'll probably be some components of screening with that too. And we'll have more information on that later, but that's kind of some exciting stuff we have coming up too, kind of in that wellness sector.
Okay. I met a trainer when we went to Chicago for my son's wedding, and I said, "Oh yeah, look, can you tell I've been working out?" And he says, "Well, all kidding aside," he said, really, I said, "Where do you start if you're just going to train and get in better health?" He says, "Really," he thought just doing squats is a good way to actually take care of a lot of parts of your body.
Yeah.
Now, I've been thinking about it. But I haven't really tried one. I don't know what that's going to be like, but they're a lot easier to do when you're 20 than when you're 30 or 40 or 50.
That could be the case, but this is always my argument. It's not necessarily our age that's the problem. It's just that we stop doing things as we age. I think that's more the issue, right?
Yep.
We just tend to slow down. We don't do as much as we did. I ran the Lincoln Half Marathon a handful of times, and watching these 80-year-old men and women just out there pounding the pavement, it's amazing. It's awesome. So I don't necessarily think it's, just because we're aging. I think we tend to slow down a little bit as we age. So it's always great to kind of combat that a little bit and always be thinking ahead of what things can I do to keep my body in shape and that sort of thing.
I think most people know deep inside that's exactly right.
We don't like to hear it, but I think we all know that that's probably a little true.
Yeah. Get home from work and go, "Oh, I think I'll just sit down and watch this ball game."
Nice,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't sugarcoat it. What we're talking about is being lazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're right on. And I think sometimes hobbies, outdoor activities can help there because you can have a little fun and get some exercise.
Right.
You don't have to start lifting weights.
Right, and exercise doesn't have to be boring. Make it something that you enjoy. Just the benefits of walking, just regular walking. The more walking you can do, there's so much good that can come out of that. And like you said, squats, that trainer that you talked to, there's so much you can do that is just body weight related. It has nothing to do with pushing weight.
Mm-hmm.
You're just pushing your own body weight. There's so much. You don't need a gym. You don't need any of that stuff. There's so much you can do for your body without actually going in, pushing a bunch of barbells and everything else, which is also great because resistance training is good.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a ton of different ways you can work your body and still have fun too.
Well, I don't know if we have time here, but there's little simple exercises with a rope, or moving your arms. It doesn't take a lot of equipment to do a little exercising. Your balance. I'm thinking more and more as I'm getting older that the balance is going away, and I know that you guys will work on that as well.
You bet. The benefits of working your balance are very helpful, especially as we age, because some of our devices to help us balance are changing as we age, such as our vision, our hearing, our proprioceptive awareness, that sort of thing. So getting a little bit of tune-up in those areas is always very helpful to kind of avoid those falls later as well.
All right, Aaron, it's always love listening to you talk about things because you're enthusiastic about it, and I know there's a lot of enthusiasm at Pearson Physical Therapy. When can people come in and talk to folks? I know you got the website.
Yeah.
And that's always there.
You bet. Give us a ring anytime at 872-5800. Obviously, just stop in and give us a chat, too. We're always willing to talk, whether it's during the day if you just happen to be dropping by, or we've got really helpful office staff with Darla and Amber, and they're always really good to kind of help out with that kind of thing too. And check us out. Sarah's always got her Facebook updated, and she put our fun Halloween picture up the other day, which was lots of fun. So
yeah, we enjoyed seeing you at the park on Monday.
Yes,
that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The amount of kids was amazing. It was kind of like you almost needed a map to start somewhere and go, so everybody was flowing in the same direction, because you just felt like, you were just dodging, little Spider-Mans and Cinderellas everywhere. But it was so fun. Yeah. I think that's awesome that the community does that, and what a fun alternative for kids to go trick-or-treating.
It's good. You
Yeah.
want to come back and see us sometime?
I absolutely will, yeah.
All right. And I just don't think we'll go any further with that study about the coffee. I think that's something we'll put behind us, Brent.
Okay.
And as far as losing your balance as you get older, I got a feeling that a lot of people think we're unbalanced anyway. Right?
Yes, probably.
So, not you, Aaron.
Okay.
We'll take a time out with these words.
When you're gearing up for the next sports season, remember Geared for Sports in Broken Bow for all the equipment and fanware you need. It's hard to believe, but basketball and wrestling will be here soon. Scott has the shoes and gear you need to play. If he doesn't have what you're looking for, just ask, and he'll try his best to get what you need. When you're in, check out the new Husker apparel arrivals that have been added to their huge selection. On the square in Broken Bow, Geared for Sports.
The Fox Theater invites you to Broken Bow or Cozad for a night at the movies. To keep up with what's showing and what's around the corner, go to watchthefox.com. Fridays are new movie day, and don't forget that the Fox Theater is open daily. Have an event, celebration, or meeting you need a site for? Ask them about theater rental, with or without concessions, and a movie. Gift cards to the Fox are perfect gifts any time of the year. The Fox Theater in Broken Bow and Cozad. Visit watchthefox.com. That's watchthefox.com.
It's that time of year. Time for you to win a frozen turkey. Starting this Monday, Turkey Time is back at KCNI KBBN Radio. It's super easy, and winners receive a certificate for a frozen turkey for the holidays. Listen right here, starting Monday, for your chance to win. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My day starts right.
With Dave and Brent.
All right, Mr. Brent. Haven't called you that for a while. We did already get a request for a country song, so I guess that'll be our first pick.
Oh, okay.
That's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So get these two. There we go. By request, Kenny Rogers. On a warm summer.
Cash. They're calling it Mingle on the Meridian. And also on Saturday, they're going to have a free matinee movie for the kids to enjoy at the Fox Theater at Cozad. 1:30 is showtime. So make plans to attend to Mingle on the Meridian for the holiday season you won't ever forget. It's November 5th with a free movie for the kids. Great coupons for the month of November with a chance to win back Cozad Cash Bucks. So take advantage of that this Saturday. Mingle on the Meridian and shop Cozad.
8:30, Brent and Dave with you. Would you like to play a song, Brent? Would you like
you're going to let me make a request? Yeah, there's all kinds running through my brain at the moment, but I'm going to go with this one. How about George Strait, Oceanfront Property?
Oh, that's a good classic. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to complain about George. Here he is on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
PurpleWave.com. We offer a wide selection of skid steers, dozers, loaders, backhoes, trucks, and more. Items are added daily to our regularly scheduled auctions, where everything sells to the highest bidders. Bidding is easy, so get started today. Visit PurpleWave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
A lot of work goes into your deer hunt. Early mornings, that climb into the stand. When you pass off your hard work to be processed, make the right choice. Choose Myrna Pack. For over 40 years, Everett and his crew have offered Central Nebraska quality deer processing that includes jerky, salami, and other specialties. They are ready to be there for you again this year. Call 308-643-2237 to ask about their hours and your options. Take your deer to Myrna Pack.
You're invited to the craft show and more going on during One Box Weekend at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. Saturday from 9 to 4. Some vendors include The Secret Garden, Don Nelson Knives, Pampered Chef, Girly Girl Cosmetics, Sugar Shack Candles, Denise's Gel Moment, Tupperware, Scentsy, Willow Tree, Rockin' Angels Creations, Marilee's Better Baking, Towels by Judy, and many more. Saturday, 9 to 4 in Broken Bow. A craft show and more.
8:35. Brent and Dave with you. I'm reading this right now.
Yeah, and here we go again. Dave contemplating. Does he want to share what he's reading with the rest of us? You look like you're trying to decide.
Well, there's a lot of different stories to Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
He has just taken over and purchased Twitter, as you know.
Correct. Yes, I knew that.
He's firing half the employees.
Oh, now that I didn't know.
Yeah, he announced that, I believe it was yesterday. And he's going to open things back up again. And I guess I just don't know if it's a good thing. You folks out there probably...
What do you mean open things up again?
Well, you know, it got kind of bad with Twitter, and people were putting things on that were questionable as far as maybe causing violence or being anywhere near the truth. President Trump was banned from it, and it looks like now Musk is going to open a lot of that back up to lots of his political friends.
Oh, okay.
So get ready. Who knows what might go from there. The other part of the story is Elon is he's one of the richest guys in the world, right? The electric car, the space program with all the satellites that are up there, he's all part of that. But if you want to research it far enough, he's one of those people who benefited from government subsidies to do those things.
Oh.
So there was a lot of money out there that was channeled his way to make those things happen. The space satellite, they're shooting one up every 5 minutes, and the electric car and so forth. And it's not much different than, say, oil industries who were subsidized to drill oil and still have subsidies from the government, which seems kind of odd, seeing we're paying what we're paying at the gas pump. So, sorry.
Easy, Dave. Could we get subsidized for just doing the morning show?
We are subsidized because we have people listening who seem to like the show. That's good enough for me.
That's a good point.
Don't need the money.
That's right.
And we have great businesses who put their ads on the show.
Absolutely.
So it's a cooperative effort. But we don't get government subsidies here. The only government subsidy we've ever had here is the situation with COVID when the PPP loans came out.
Oh, yeah. And that was helpful.
It was helpful.
Yes.
And, I think as it turned out, I'll just be honest with the station, I think we would have made it. It wouldn't have been easy. Might have lost an employee or two. I don't know. You didn't know. The unknown was what was so worrisome, and to have that money come to make sure you could keep your staff and keep doing what you're supposed to do was a real mind easer. I mean, it was a real stress reliever. And I think that overall, a lot of businesses thought, yep, I can keep going. And maybe they did or didn't need the money, but it was a reassurance that somebody had your back for that period of time. And I guess that's the way we felt about it. But there was, there was a lot of unknowns at that time.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, Elon is doing well. He's firing everybody. He's going to open things back up so people can Twitter whatever they want to Twitter, and we'll see how that works out. It's bad enough right now with the violence that's out there over this election and the worried folks about what could happen if the election doesn't go their way. It's just amazing to me that people can say, I will accept the results of the election if I win. If I don't win, then there's something wrong.
it has always been easier to accept things when you're on the winning side. That kind of is true about a lot of things.
It would be better if it was like a sports contest. Okay, everybody gathers around the football field and they play the game, and the score is up on the scoreboard, and it's 20-7, and they don't like losing, but they have to admit they lost. Now, because they all these seeds are planted about doubts about the election count, and you have people out there standing around the election boxes with automatic weapons and taking pictures. There's a story this morning that one group is taking pictures of people dropping their ballots in the box and then sending out information that they did it inappropriately. I mean, this sort of thing is just going to destroy our country if we're not careful. You go to a football game, it's 20-7, you hate losing, you go practice some more. But we don't have that mentality in some areas of the country right now, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. I just wish Peggy would have raised the whole darn country.
Huh?
Well, mothers out there that did a good job of raising their kids.
Follow you. Okay.
I mean, we had people out there raise your kids. You accept when you fail and you get better at it.
You learn from it, move on. Yep.
Nowadays, it's somebody else's fault.
Yeah, there you go. What's that song? It Ain't My Fault.
Can we play that song?
It Ain't My Fault. Yeah, you can sneak it in.
I mean, kind of fits.
Kinda. You're talking about sporting events, though.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I mean, you have story of fans going out and, taking a swing at players and saying just absolutely horrible things directly to their family members while they sat in the stands. People breaking out in fights right in the stands.
Referees and umpires having armed guards when they leave a game. What is wrong with our people?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because of this. Brothers Osborne, it ain't my fault. It's somebody else's fault. That's why a mother runs out onto a football field and tackles the kid that tackled their kid. That's why Michigan State and Michigan had a debacle in the tunnel afterwards because they lost and they beat up some of the other players. It's no solution to anything, but it's becoming more prevalent. And then we have all these, Nancy Pelosi's husband, assaulted with a hammer in his house, and then there was already theories out there that it was a setup, and it was said that he broke out of the house, not into the house, and then the video of him breaking into the house was there to show him doing so. But still, there's all these crazy theories out there as to why and how that happened. It was a setup. So that's what you would do. You would have somebody come in and hit you in the head with a hammer.
Whew. Let's talk about something that'll brighten your day.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get off that.
I think so.
It might be a good idea.
Let's go to Arnold.
Oh, that'll do it.
And let's go to Brewbakers, because you know what's going on there today?
Well, probably some good coffee and company.
Yeah, looks like a holiday open house.
Oh.
It's today until 7. They're open now. Sips and samples later tonight from 5 to 7. So if you head over there this evening, you can enjoy sipping some of their delicious drinks and sampling some of their delicious treats at Brewbakers Coffee House and Gifts. That'll be from 5 to 7 this evening. Also during that time, it looks like they're taking 25% off merchandise. Now,
25?
Yep, some exclusions will apply, but 25% off. That'll be, I believe, from 5 to 7 this evening at Brewbakers in Arnold. So shop local, shop early and save. Register to win a door prize. They've got some new Christmas decor that has come in, loads of stocking stuffers for all ages, gifts for the whole family. So enjoy the holiday open house at Brewbakers Coffee House and Gifts. You'll find them in Arnold, Nebraska. Today's their open house, open until 7. Sips and samples from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. 25% off merchandise. Some exclusions apply. So check it out at Brewbakers Coffee House and Gifts.
I feel better already. Thanks, Brent.
Yeah.
Just a big breath, maybe a cup of coffee, and save 25%. That would mellow anybody. Good morning to Charlotte Van Dyke. She's in the chat box this morning. Appreciate that. I did ask anybody to type in a song they might like to hear.
Oh. Has anyone, or do I get another choice?
You get another one, my friend.
Do I really?
Yes, but before you do that,
Okay,
let's
all
talk
right,
about
before.
Sylvester's.
Okay.
I was so disappointed. I promoted. Here, I'm getting worked up again.
You are.
I'm so disappointed. I just assumed that Freddie for the Halloween party would be Mick Jagger.
Oh, but he wasn't? Who did he dress up as?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, my. I can see Freddie as Beetlejuice.
He'd make a good Beetlejuice, too.
So did they spend all night going Beetlejuice, 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 and then Freddie showed up, or what?
I don't know.
Is that the way it worked?
I don't know. They had quite the contest, I guess.
I bet.
And they'll have quite a good time this weekend at Sylvester's in Broken Bow.
Yeah, I guess you could still wear a costume if you want, but you don't have to.
Sure, you could.
Yeah, Halloween is over. But anyway, they're bringing back the Innocents to perform at Sylvester's, and this will be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock to 1 the next morning. No cover, so just come on out and enjoy the music. Grab your friends and head over to Sly's for the Innocents. They've shared the stage with the likes of Boston, Cheap Trick, Foreigner, Kansas, and other great musicians and artists. So check them out. The Innocents coming back to Sylvester's, playing a little bit of everything. You will not be disappointed. Performing tomorrow night from 9 to 1, no cover charge. And then on Saturday, you know that they always have the Husker game on the big screens and on the TVs there at Sylvester's. They encourage you to come on out and cheer on the Big Red. It's an early kickoff at 11 a.m. on Saturday as Nebraska takes on Minnesota. First and third quarter happy hour specials and munchies as well. It's all happening this weekend at Sylvester's, known as the Quiet Little
Place that rocks!
Sylvester's, Broken Bow.
We'll take a time out when we come back. Brent's next selection, country music on The Breakfast Show.
Been scouting for that trophy buck? AeroSeed has game cameras to do the job for you. Moultrie's white flash trail cameras are the perfect scouting tool for hunters and wildlife watchers. There's one for every need and budget. With 30 years of experience, Moultrie is known for its products that are reliable, durable, top-performing, and affordable. Also available at AeroSeed are supplements and gravity feeders to promote health and antler growth. Stop into AeroSeed in Broken Bow to learn more about game cameras and supplements to enhance your wildlife experiences.
Happy fall from your friends at Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow. Save on USDA choice sirloin tip roast, $4.99 a pound. Boneless beef New York strip steaks are $5.99 each. Have a pasta night. Ragu pasta sauces are only $1.99. Pick up Frito-Lay Cheetos or Fritos at 2 for $7. Boxes of Mrs. Butterworth's pancake and waffle mixes are $2.99 each, as are Mrs. Butterworth's or Log Cabin syrups. Gary's Superfoods, excited to serve you with these great prices and many more on South B Street in Broken Bow.
It is no secret that cybersecurity and keeping your personal information safe and secure is very important. Scammers never stop and will do whatever they can to get your information. Some examples of what to be looking out for are spoofed phone calls, suspicious emails or texts, computer pop-ups, requests for urgent wire transfers or gift card purchases. If you are suspicious of fraud or a scam, always call your bank about the situation. Bruning Bank wants you to stay safe and be diligent about keeping your information secure. Our staff is trained to deal with any type of situation and is happy to help or answer any questions you may have. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Should turn on the microphone before I start talking. I'm just a little worked up. I'm settling down.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. There you go.
Okay, that's good. What's your selection, Brent?
I would like to hear the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band Dance Little Jean.
You got it. Right here on The Breakfast Show. Oh, what a beautiful song. Great selection, Brent. It's hard not to play another nitty-gritty dirt song. There's like Will the Circle Be Unbroken and Mr. Bojangles, Modern Day Romance. Working Man Can't Get Nowhere Today. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Wow, they're so good. Wish there were more bands like that today. There's a few out there. You just got to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
No. This is not good news.
I don't like uh-ohs.
Oh, gee, Merry Christmas. This is not good. I hate to be Mr. Negative this morning, but a doctor's group, brace yourselves, folks. Sit down if you're standing up.
Okay, I'm sitting.
Says daylight savings time is going to kill us.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So another study.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
This Sunday, when we move the clocks back an hour, a group of sleep doctors said it should be the last time. We shouldn't do that anymore. They say daylight savings time is going to kill us and are calling for a permanent end to the springing forward.
Okay, so what they're saying is when we move the clocks back, that's where we need to leave it.
Yes.
Don't do the spring forward thing. So they're against daylight savings time.
Yes, they are, because they claim more evening daylight in the summer messes up our rhythm or natural sleep cycle.
Oh.
And melatonin production, which I don't know what that does.
You mean melatonin?
Yeah. Does it make you sleep, or does it get you hyper, or what's it do?
Boy, you're talking to the wrong guy.
Grant, you're smart. What does it do?
Want me to Google it?
Come on in. I know you're busy. Oh, we got Grant. We don't need Google.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll put my phone away.
Because we got it. We're doing a little story here, and you're a news guy, so come on in here. What kind of regular cup of coffee going there?
Yeah.
Didn't you work in a specialty coffee place?
I did, yeah.
And you just prefer the regular?
Yeah. After you deal with the people who want lattes every day, you kind of...
Hey, you just go back to straight black coffee.
Yes, sir,
brother. There you go.
And I want a smiley face on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Did you did that, right? You did the little, like the leaf or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I could do a bird, I could do a leaf, I could do a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were let's see, what's the term? Barista?
That's right.
You were a licensed barista.
Well, yeah, I don't know if licensed is quite the word.
I didn't know. Do you have to do you get a card or something that says I'm a barista?
Yeah. I mean, you think you should, actually. You know?
Yeah. So you go straight coffee. And, of course, you don't want to drink too much or you won't be able to sleep at night.
That's what they say.
But we need your help here because we think you're smart.
Well,
they claim more evening daylight in the summer messes up our rhythm or our natural sleep cycle. So the sleep doctors say we shouldn't spring forward this spring. We should leave it where it's at because of the melatonin production. What is that?
Well, isn't it the chemical in your brain that induces sleep? It doesn't keep you asleep, right? It just induces sort of drowsiness and slumber.
Okay.
And I think it also, though, could probably be disrupted, from what I understand, by looking at a screen for too long during the day or at night.
I'm a little worried about you then, because you spend a lot of screen time.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, you better back off of that thing.
Yeah, I could disappear into the woods for a few days and
that might not
myself.
hurt anything. Might not hurt anything. Well, I know it's not good to leave the TV on, and I'm terrible about that.
I'm bad at that.
But I only watch it for about 2 minutes.
I was going to say, it puts me to sleep. I can't tell you the last time I've actually watched a game from beginning to end. But my girls growing up, they would I just would annoy them because I'd be watching a game, I'd fall asleep. And so they're like, okay, we're turning the channel. Dad's asleep. The minute, the second they grab the remote, I would wake up and like, what are you doing?
Wow,
well,
that's
don't
weird.
turn the channel. They're like, you were asleep. I'm like, I'm watching that. You were asleep, Dad.
Well,
no, I'm watching that.
I think that there's I can attest to it, Grant, that then about 1 or 2 in the morning after you fall right asleep, you know, and then you wake up and you're having a dream that sometimes it coincides with what's on the television.
Yeah.
That's not healthy, is it?
I imagine not, you know.
Especially the History Channel one, like it's about Nazis and stuff. It really kind of disrupts your sleep.
Yeah, like the secret Nazi weapons. And
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah. And Hitler's last days, you know. That's not something that's really that. Anyway, thanks for your intelligence that you bring with you to the show. We're going to call on you quite often because, well, actually, I know you read. And so you know things. You and my wife get together. You know, she always says to me, do you like to read out loud to other people?
Depends on what it is. There's one book that I love to read out loud.
Which is?
Sophocles the Hyena.
Oh.
Which was my favorite book as a child. It's a picture book.
Oh.
Of course. And it's a wonderful story about a hyena who runs amok in a red tweed bathrobe, and he's angry. He's a real tough customer, and turns out the reason that he's so mean is because he doesn't have a name and he's hungry.
Oh.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
It is, man. Yeah.
If you think about it, that's deep.
It is. There's a lot going on there. It's profound.
Maybe you could come in on the Breakfast Show and read parts of it
We'll
sometime.
do it one chapter at a time, you know?
Or a few paragraphs or something.
Sure. I think there might be only a few paragraphs in the whole thing.
Well, I love picture books.
Yeah.
I'm serious about this. Guest speaker during story time at the library.
There we go.
Oh, you can do that.
I'm serious. I've read to the kids before. You will get as much enjoyment out of it as they do.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I love that stuff.
Well, you worked at a library.
I did.
So you saw
I
some of
didn't
that
know that.
probably. Yeah.
You worked at a library. Wow.
Yeah.
A library guy.
Yeah.
A barista.
Yeah, man.
And then here's another one.
Renaissance man.
See, I didn't think Grant would ever come to work here because when we met and had a nice visit, and I said, that's a nice young man, but I asked him what kind of music he liked, and I like all kinds of music, and you know, it's like, what are some of your hobbies? And he says, well, right now I'm kind of taking violin lessons.
Which is true, yeah.
You play the violin too?
Well, no, I'm taking lessons.
Oh, you're taking lessons.
I'm
Okay.
not very good.
Still, though.
But yeah, I just did that for, oh gosh, it was probably about 7 months of lessons, and then got hired here. So I had to say goodbye to my teacher, and yeah.
See, we've never had a radio guy here that was trying to attempt to learn to play the violin.
Oh, I know. We're blessed.
We are
have
blessed.
A barista
who could play violin.
Who's learning how to play the violin works here.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Kazam.
like the whole place has just been induced with culture. It's great.
Yeah. Did you notice the pillars out front now?
Yeah.
Just growing out of the ground.
Well, I feel better for it. I hope you folks out there do too. We're going to bring Grant in occasionally when we need to know about brain
But seriously,
chemicals.
the violin is a beautiful instrument.
It is.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is, yeah.
It's one of those, though, I think you'd agree that when you have somebody on it that can play it, it's totally awesome and beautiful. But if you have somebody on it that it's not, it sounds like cats hanging from a clothesline.
Yes,
Yeah.
precisely.
Now, I've got a really dumb question.
I don't
All right, I've always wanted to know the answer to this, but I've always been afraid to ask it because it probably will come across as a dumb question. Okay, is there a difference between a fiddle and a violin? Or is a fiddle a violin is just kind of referred to a fiddle based on the way you play it?
Yeah, it's how it's held and how it's played.
It's how it's held and how it's played.
It's the same instrument?
It's the same instrument.
Okay, all right.
So I think, from my understanding, as well, like classical violin is sort of held on the shoulder and supported by the chin, the fiddle tends to be in the crook of the arm.
Oh, yeah.
And
Charlie Daniels was fabulous
Yeah,
at it.
and so then you kind of have more, you can hit more strings more often, so you get those like cool chords and like the dissonance and things like that.
Okay.
It kind of screeches a little more, it's cool.
For that, I also think for that reason, if you put it in the crook of your arm, it's so you can reach over and take a pull off the jug.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Republican Senate hopeful Blake Masters targeting Democrats as he hopes for a come-from-behind win in Arizona.
Obama's presence here is a distraction for who's not here. Joe Biden. Right? Where's Joe Biden?
Mr. Biden at Washington, D.C.'s Union Station last night, insisting America's democracy is at stake in the midterms. Japan says North Korea's just fired another missile into the sea, bringing today's total to at least 4, one of them an ICBM. Expert Ralph Casa.
We'll have to wait and see, when the scientists figure out just how far it could have reached, but it has the potential, I believe, of reaching the continental United States.
World Series now tied at 2 after the Astros' historic no-hitter last night, but Phillies manager Rob Thompson's feeling good about picking up the lead again.
We were no-hit earlier in the year in New York against the Mets, and we came back the next day and won. So these guys, they got a short memory.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Ryan Fenley.
No semblance of offense for the Philadelphia Phillies last night in Game 4 of the World Series as the Houston Astros, spearheaded by their starting pitcher Christian Javier, engineered a combined no-hitter on the way to a 5-0 win against the Phils in Game 4, meaning Houston now ties up the Fall Classic at 2 games. Game 5 is this evening. Meanwhile, according to ESPN, more details emerging in regards to the 5-year contract extension that Bradley Chubb is receiving from the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be $110 million, which is going to put him under contract now, tacking on the other year, 6 years and $119 million. NFL Network is reporting that Rams running back Cam Akers, who had requested a trade, is now returning to practice today.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have increasing cloud cover and do pick up a slight chance for a late-day shower developing, with our temperatures remaining fairly steady. We'll have our winds breezy turning to the northwest at 10 to 20. Then for tonight, cloudy skies with a rain-snow mixture in the evening, then a wintry mix of snow and sleet overnight will drop back to a low of 25. For Friday, highs in the low 40s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Currently 44 degrees under a cloudy sky here at Broken Bow.
So the temperature's going down.
Yeah. Yeah, like 7 degrees. If my math is correct. Where's Grant? Winds are southwest, 6, 7, 8 miles an hour. Barometric pressure is also rising now pretty rapidly, 5 points in the last hour at 29.78. So something's going on out there. 77% humidity. And again, no measurable precipitation. So we'll take a shot at some rain today. As you heard, there is a chance. Maybe a little snow, too, next couple days. Prairie Grounds Cafe, Broken Bow, Nebraska. We're just talking with Grant about coffees and lattes and mochas and all of those really good things to drink. And don't forget, at Prairie Grounds, they have some really nice things under the glass there for you to buy as well. Pastries and lunches and all sorts of good things.
Absolutely, yeah. Come by and enjoy a scone, muffin, caramel roll, or caramel, as Dave would say, or as most the rest of us would say, a caramel roll, or other breakfast items with your coffee. And here's what they are featuring for the month of November. I love how they do their featured drinks because it kind of like goes along with the month. So they are going to go with these special drinks for the month of November. These will be the featured drinks this month at Prairie Grounds. The Butternut, a mixture of butterscotch and hazelnut. Mudslide, mixture of chocolate and Irish cream. Oatmeal Cookie, mixture of cinnamon and amaretto and vanilla. The Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Oh, I'm going to go try this. Obviously, a mixture of chocolate and peanut butter. And to go along with the month of November and Thanksgiving, the Thanks a Latte. A mixture of brown sugar and maple. Those are your featured drinks at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts. Now, they went to their winter hours, and they are 7 to 1. So keep that in mind. 7 to 1, Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow. Check them out.
Uh-oh, I did it again.
What happened?
Oh, I forget to hang up when I take the meter readings over there because I kind of
you left the
get in
phone
a hurry.
off the
Thanks,
hook,
Rand.
huh? All right.
You're the best, man. I don't care if he's from Omaha, but he's fine. I like him.
Good. You still going to let me pick music?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we can do a song, and then could you tell us about some jobs that are available?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I've got so many songs running through my head right now. I'm going to go with this one. Ronnie Millsap, Smoky Mountain Rain.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see if I can. Oh, Smoky Mountain Rain. We certainly have that, don't we?
Oh, we have to.
Well, I'll have to find it this way.
Are you spelling smoky right? Because if you don't, it won't come up.
Well, I spelled it and another thing come up, so it must be close.
Oh, okay.
How about Stranger in My House? That's close to Smoky.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Type in mountain. Will it come up then?
Okay.
I know we have. I've played it. I know I have.
Mountain of Love, Rocky Mountain Music, Smoky Mountain Rain.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah. Ronnie Millsap. On the Get 'em Go Breakfast Show.
Also, Lunchtime Solutions is hiring a kitchen helper and dishwasher to work in the Broken Bow School District. It's the perfect part-time position. No nights, weekends, or holidays. Join their fun-focused work environment, and these positions are eligible for a sign-on bonus. To apply, we direct you to this website, lunchtimesolutions.com/careers. That's lunchtimesolutions.com/careers. And finally, the Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley. For a full job description and to apply, go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. That's statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Very important question this morning on The Breakfast Show. We've talked about a lot of different topics, but this one is very important. Very important. How old is old? When do most Americans start noticing they're getting old? According to a new survey.
Oh, good. Another study or survey.
Most Americans start noticing they're no longer a spring chicken at around age 42.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
I guess I don't agree with that. I never thought about age until people started asking me when I was going to retire. But
well, I think it's all relative, don't you think? Because when I was 40 or 42, I may have agreed with that.
Well, there you go.
But now that I'm 52, or what am I, 51? I'm not 52 yet, am I? I think I'm 51. Anyway, I'm over 50. But now that seems like crazy.
I know. But at the age of 42, somewhere in your early 40s, you might start seeing more wrinkles and some gray hair moving in.
We should ask Shannon. Didn't she just turn 40?
Yes. We did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to go there. You start noticing those things, the gray hair. Maybe starting to notice it takes a little more oomph to get off the couch.
Mm-hmm.
The average American adult says they were at peak health when they were about 34. I think most people might agree with the early 30s of being when you feel the most robust and strongest. I sure felt like 30 to 35, you felt pretty darn good.
I can't think back that far.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking about playing softball and things in the early 30s.
Yeah.
You kind of had a little stamina. It was beginning to fade. That's when you quit. 1 in 5 of us admits that we're in denial about getting older.
Now that I would, I could see that.
All right, but then you see some folks that are in their 90s and, they're bright and sharp and having a lot of fun. It's really what you want to make of it. I mean, there's physical things that come along that are challenges. Let's be honest about it. That, life is a little tougher when you get a little older. But it's mental.
Yeah. Can I just say that you making it country music day and letting me pick the songs, you've just made my day. It's just like I have a bounce in my step now.
I think a lot of people are enjoying it.
Can I pick another?
You can. Let's take a CBS ad break. So I apologize in advance. I don't know what the ad is going to be. It's going to be embarrassing, probably.
It could be toenail fungus.
Yeah.
So just be prepared.
Depends or something. Here we go.
If you feel like you're stuck with a healthcare plan that isn't affordable or you simply just don't like how it works, well, right now, during open enrollment is a perfect time to switch to Medi-Share. The typical family saves $500 a month when they join Medi-Share, and what's more, they like it. Medi-Share has double the customer satisfaction rate compared to the industry. That's double. And Medi-Share is the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. It's been around for 30 years. It's shared more than $4 billion in healthcare bills. And here's why now is the perfect time to make the switch. If you join Medi-Share Complete by January 1st, they will waive your new member fees and you'll save an additional 10% off your first year. That's right. No fee to join, 10% off every month for all of next year. But again, it's a limited time offer. So yeah, you're not stuck. You've got a great option. Call now. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
923.
At Golden Harvest, our best skill is knowing how to listen. From our Gold Series soybean and game-changing corn portfolios to our expert insights housed in the Illuminate digital agronomy platform, everything we offer is an answer to what we've heard from you. This is how we listen.
Copyright 2021 Syngenta. The trademarks or service marks used herein are the property of a Syngenta Group company. All other trademarks are the property of their respective owners.
BASF knows your field holds big potential. So when you want to invest in the future, we're ready to be the partner that can help get you further. We put new tools and technologies in your hands so you can grow more, protect more, and command more. And with the BASF financing program, it's easier than ever to expand your operation with better terms and less requirements for investing. Learn more at BASF-grower-finance.com, helping you do the biggest job on earth. Always read and follow label directions.
It's 9:24, and Kristen was headed this way, and somehow when we turn on the mic light, then she
gets nervous and doesn't want to continue her path to the studio.
It says old age starts 10 years older than we are now. Of course, that goes up every year.
Ah, okay. Like I said, I think it is. It's like relative. It depends on what age you are, as far as what you consider, I guess, to be old.
I think so, too. Brent, what country song would you like to play for our listeners this morning?
Okay, when I was growing up, I come from a family that just absolutely loved Charley Pride.
Mm-hmm.
And so my grandparents had all kinds of Charley Pride records, would always be playing Charley Pride. Mom and Dad always played Charley Pride. And the first song that I kind of remember walking around singing as a kid was Kiss an Angel Good Morning.
Oh, yes. Kiss an Angel Good Morning. You know what? I can feature your mom walking around with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Listening to Charley Pride.
Be honest with you, never used it until over the weekend. I never ordered.
Huh?
I never ordered. I guess maybe I was intimidated by it. I don't know. But anyway, I think it was over the weekend. Use the app. Oh my goodness. You talk about super easy. You can build the sandwich the way you want it. So we place the order. We got a deal. I think we bought a foot long and then got one half off because we were ordering through the app. So the price was fantastic. And then we build the sandwich the way we want it. Go in. I just walk in. It's laying right there on the shelf. I just walk in, grab it, and walk out. It's fabulous.
It's great. I love that tool. It helps move the line. It helps move the customers through. If you have a short lunch break or you have a short amount of time to get food and go, it is a great tool.
You know, I'll be honest, when we ordered, I'm kind of thinking, oh, man, this might kind of be a pain because, as you know, building, there's so many different ways you can build your sandwich at Subway.
Right.
But, man, it was just so simple. You just start clicking if you want this or if you want that or if you don't want this and don't want that. And it's very, very easy to do.
Yes, it is. It is a great tool to use for ordering sandwiches. It is very simple. I use it to order basically cookies when I'm traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I need some sweet. I find the nearest Subway, order 3 to 6 cookies, and I stop in, grab them, and go.
And I think that because we use the app, I've got like tokens in the bank now or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can redeem those, right?
You get 200 tokens, you get $2 off.
Nice.
Every dollar you spend, you get 4 tokens.
Oh.
And so it doesn't take long to get it built up.
Yeah. Now, as far as using the app, you can order just about anything off of it, I think, right? Unless you want to do catering, like party platters and things. It's really best that you call the store for catering options, right?
Right. Or they have there's actually a catering hotline that you can call. I would have to be pulled over so I could actually look up the number. But there is a Subway catering number you can call to order sandwiches, or you can order online through Subway.com for your catering.
All right. And speaking of catering, I'm guessing that we're getting to that point of the year where catering's probably going to, well, I think it's always busy for you guys at Subway with catering, but now as we come into the holiday season, I'm sure that people are thinking about using your catering service to maybe take a party platter to somewhere to say thanks for all they've done for the year or things like that.
Right. It's a good way of showing appreciation to a business, a friend, buying them something to feed the crew or whatever's going on or whatever festival you have you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is catering is one of my favorite things to make for people. I think the presentation of it is very nice. They did a really good job this time on the catering system.
Let's see. The other things, of course, protein bowls, pizzas. You still do those. Let's see. The wraps. Subway's about more than just a sandwich.
Yes, it is. We have about everything. If you're tired of sandwiches, you can always try a wrap, pizza. Like you said, the protein bowls, and then we have the salads. There's just a lot of options at Subway, so you can change up every day so you're not eating the same thing unless you're like me and stuck in a rut and eat the same sandwich every time you go there.
Oh, yeah, some of us are like that. I'm one of them. But let's see. Let's talk about your hours, Matt, as we go later into the fall and even into the winter. What are the hours that you're working with right now at the Broken Bow Subway?
Currently, we are open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. And on Saturdays, we open at 9 a.m. and close at 10 p.m. And on Sundays, we open at 10 a.m. and close at 9 p.m.
Great. All right. So open 7 days a week now at Subway.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. To keep those hours, I know that you need help. So how is the help situation? I assume you're still looking and always looking for people to join the Subway team.
Yes, we are. We're looking for full-time, part-time, 1 or 2 days a week. Like in Holdridge, I have over 18 employees. Probably 6 of them only work 1 day a week, and I don't mind that because they fill in where we need them.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So, yeah, if you just want a job 1 or 2 days a week to make a little extra cash, give us a call.
All right. We'll encourage people to do that. Let's see, anything else that you want to touch on as we kind of wrap things up here? The soup is on, right? You got soup now at Subway?
Soup is on. We have broccoli and cheese, chicken noodles, chili, and potato. The chili is every day, and the other 3 rotate from day to day.
All right. Well, it's especially tomorrow, I think, would be a really nice day for soup, looking at the forecast. So
I haven't looked, but I'm driving towards you guys now. It looks like you guys got a lot of clouds up that way.
Yeah, we do a little bit. Yeah, in fact, the temperature's been dropping here this morning. So
it's really nice in Lexington.
Yeah, well, good. Anything else you want to mention, Matt, before we let you go?
Come on in and get a hot sandwich or a cold sandwich today with a cup of soup.
All right, sounds good. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
9:34. We'll close the show right after this.
Then my seed guy says my crop nutrition plan is on me. Typical. Didn't know if I should do fungicide, just said spray it all. Typical. I get it. He just wants to sell me seed.
Want more out of your seed purchase? Consider Cropland Seed. Cropland brings you high-end genetics and the latest traits, all backed by answer plot data and season-long agronomic expertise you can't get from a typical seed dealer. That's because you can only get Cropland from leading crop input retailers. Retailers that know how to maximize the